going on, everyone? Um, I don't know. I made up my own conspiracy the other day. Uh, it's nothing big. It's nothing involving like 9/11 or flat Earth or nothing crazy like that. But sorry, a text. Huh. Um, I don't know. I was thinking the other day. Me and my brother were talking. And me and him are both like a big Magic the Gathering fan, and I like card games in general. Like I play the Dragon Ball Super card game, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, all that. And I was thinking of, in general, we got on the subject of Magic. I can't even remember what we were talking about, but I ended up telling him I think that mana and energy, if you play Magic or Pokemon, I'm going to use both terms because it's essentially the same thing. Energy is pretty much mana, and mana is pretty much energy. It's the cost to do attacks. Um, with Pokemon, you don't have to do mana or energy cost, as it would be called, to summon Pokemon. You can lay the Pokemon on the field, unless it's an evolution. Um, but yeah, I was thinking in my head, I was like, I wonder if they made the whole mana cost system slash energy system to make more money instead of making attacks not cost anything, or not so much that it wouldn't have to cost anything, but for one, like cards wear out. Like if you used like plastic tokens or stones or something, counters counters are never going to wear out, especially if it's like stones or something. But I got to thinking, plus counters, you could use anything for counters, like a roll of pennies. But I don't know. Back in the day, because Magic and not so much Pokemon so much, but because Pokemon started around the time of dial-up internet, which if you're younger and don't know what that is, it was like plugged into like phone line, I believe. But yeah, it took like literally like an hour just to get your internet started back in the day. But it was Magic came out pre-internet, which sounds insane now saying it now, where we've gotten so used to internet and stuff. But I wondered if they, and this is all speculation, but I just got to thinking, my mind wanders. I wonder if like the mana and energy was essentially created to make money, because with like a deck of Magic, I usually keep about 20 to 25 mana in a deck. I mean, that's almost like a deck minimal size is, I think, 50 cards. So right there, that's half your deck is mana. And unless you're buying a starter deck, imagine how many packs you would have to buy to get 20 to 25 mana. Let's say you get one mana in each pack. You'd have to buy 20 to 25 packs of cards. And this is before internet. So, I mean, you couldn't like go online and order specifically 100 mana. Unless you were lucky and had like a card shop in town. Which here in Kentucky, I mean, I got a card shop where I'm living right now. Back at my old city, though, well, in my old city there was a card shop too, but for the longest time we didn't have a card shop. And then the next town over has a card shop, but for the longest time it didn't have a card shop. So I mean, before internet and stuff, you had to know someone who was selling cards, get lucky and maybe find them at a yard sale, or um, I mean, it would be harder to get mana back in the day. And my brother was telling me, he's like, well, a mana, he said, on average costs like 30 cents, you know. But you gotta think, like, a pack of cards is what, like 10 cards for Magic, you know? Pokemon, I think it's like 8 or 9. Say it has one mana slash energy in that pack. I know like a pack of Pokemon cards can run to be like $4 or $5. Same with Magic. So I mean I get it that it's 30 cents, but you gotta have 25 mana in a deck. So 30 cents times 25. You think of 30 cents for that one card and times it by God knows how many Magic starter decks and or um, packs are sold of Magic cards. You know, so unless you're getting all your mana used, which a lot of people do nowadays, it's easier to do. But I don't know. It's insane, and to think too that you have 25 of the same card in your deck. Or 15, of the same card in your deck. It's an easy way to make money. It's almost like a money making scheme. But I don't know. I'm not bashing Wizards of the Coast because Wizards of the Coast does the mana cost and it does Pokemon and Magic. So I mean, it's the same company that's doing it. And if anything, it's super smart. But I don't know. I'm not bashing it. I'm not hating on Wizards of the Coast or Magic or Pokemon because I'm a fan of both and I play both. But it's just something I was thinking about. Let me know in the comments what you think. If the whole mana and energy card uh, card idea for both of those games, if it's a money making scheme or I don't know. I mean, I like it. It makes the game a little more difficult, but I mean, you look at other card games like Yu-Gi-Oh, it doesn't have it. And it made me think of that too, because this new Dragon Ball Super game, you have mana, you have mana cost, but it's you can use any card as mana. For anyone who's played it, they could sum it up in the comments probably 10 times better than I'm describing it, but any card is mana. You get to play one mana each turn, so you're guaranteed a mana until your deck runs out. Which I've played several matches of it, and it would be. I usually, me and the person who plays me, usually we'll use about half to three-fourths of a deck, in a game. So I mean, there's never an issue of running out of mana. There's never an issue of not having enough. It actually flows pretty good. But yeah, in the way you play, like the mana, the energy for in the Dragon Ball Super is you just take a card from your hand, preferably the one with the most energy cost, unless you have like 5 or 6 energies on field, and you play it upside down. So, and you tap it and untap it just like Magic the Gathering. But that's about it. Let me know what you think of this crazy conspiracy. Sorry, I put my tinfoil hat on the other day. Y'all have a good day.